everyone. Welcome. I was telling you all that we're super excited to have you here for our Clinique Skin School. We are, on behalf of Clinique Canada and RBC and the Avion collection, we want to welcome you to tonight's session. Before we get started, which we will do in just a few minutes, we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to join. We want to let you know that we'd love for you to participate, so please do ask any questions that you have. We have a Q&A at the bottom of your screen, and we have a number of people from Clinique that will be able to answer any of your questions. So go ahead and use that function for your questions. And of course, we also want to know your comments in terms of things that you love, Clinique products that you love. So please use the chat function for that as well. So we'll get started in just a few moments. We can't wait. All right, so we are just after 5, so let's get our party started now. My name is Sarah Whittaker. I am a Field Sales and Education Director for Clinique Canada. And as I had said, we can't tell you how excited we are to have you here for our Clinique Skin School session. With this being so close to Mother's Day, we thought it would be fun to make this session all about some of the beauty tips, beauty routines, and self-care ideas that we have learned from our mothers. So that's what our topic is today. A couple of things that we want to share with you before we get started. First and foremost, we wanted to make you all aware that you have the opportunity to have a one-on-one consultation with a Clinique expert. So at the end of our session, we'll share with you how you can register for that. And just for coming for that consultation with your Clinique expert, you will get a free gift from Clinique. It's our post-sun set that you see here on the screen. That's a value for $45. So please take us up on that, because we'd love to share with you some of our expertise. And we have a whole host of field executives that are waiting to do that for you. So please take us up on that, as I said. Also, just for being part of this session and as an Avion client, you have an opportunity to get 20% off when you not 20% off, you get 20% cash back when you use your Avion card or Avion debit card. We'll be sharing with you how you need to register to get that when you go on to clinique.ca. You will get your, and purchase any Clinique, you'll get 20% back on your Avion card, which is a great deal. And wait, there's more. Just for attending, one of you will be lucky enough to win a $250 e-gift card to use on clinique.ca. So please stay tuned, because we'll make that announcement at the end of our Clinique Skin School class. All right, so those are all the announcements. So let's get started. All right, so hi, we are, as I said, excited to be here. And it's not just going to be myself, Sarah, that's going to be joining you. I'm here with a few of my friends and colleagues that we are all together to share with you our tips from our mothers. Hi, guys.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, so I have Susanna, we have Renee, and we have Lauren. So you will all get a chance to meet these beautiful women as they share with you their expertise and their tips. And all things that we've learned from our mothers in the past, and still things that we use today. So before we get started, we kind of thought it would be fun to have a poll question and ask each and every one of you, have you learned beauty advice from your mom that you still use today? So answer our poll, yes or no. Let's see what you have to say. Oh, wow. So 69% of you have gotten some great tips from your mom that you're still using, and a few of you have not. So maybe some of our helpful tips will help each and every one of you. We know and we hope so. I'm going to get started. I'm going to share with you a little bit about my mom and what I've learned from her over the years. my mother is 88 years young. She is a well put together woman, I will say. And there's a picture of me and my mommy right there. One of the things about my mom, though, is she had some very serious rules. Like as I said, she was very well put together, loved to wear makeup, not too much, just enough to enhance her appearance. And I have two sisters. So the three of us, when we were allowed to wear makeup, we were quite excited. And when we were teenagers and when we were allowed to wear it, Mom had a rule. You could wear it as long as you took it off before you went to bed. And she was so this was a huge rule for her, and to the point where she would check our pillowcases the next morning to see if there was any makeup residue left. Like if there was a lick of lipstick, blush, or mascara on that pillowcase, that was it. You weren't allowed to wear your makeup for a month. And as a teenager, that was devastating. And I can remember getting into some pretty heated discussions with my mother and saying, well, I did wash my face. And she would say, well, you didn't do it well enough. So I have to say that I just wish I had this particular product when I was a kid. And it is Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. Oh my gosh, it is such a phenomenal product. You can see I love to use it even today. It's a solid balm that just has a lovely, lovely texture that when you put it on your skin, it dissolves even the most tenacious makeup. So in order for us to save a little bit of time, I took the liberty of putting a little bit of black liner, as you can see, and red lip liner. And if I do this, you're going to see it does not move, right? It's our quick liners stay put until you're ready to take it off. So let me use my Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. And so what happens is this balm turns into this liquid, sort of almost an oil feel, but rest assured it's safe for contact lens wearers and non-contact lens wearers. So I'm just going to massage it a little bit. It's the action, not the pressure, that takes it off. And then I'm going to use a little bit of water. So hang on a second. Let me grab my special water here. And as I add water, what you're going to see is this balm turns into almost like a cleansing milk. And then watch. I'll just wipe. And even that black that looked like it wasn't going to come off, bada bing, off it comes. So now if I had that, I would have been able to wear makeup every single day with no worries, right? My mom also taught me a lot about Clinique. In fact, I still use our 3-step skincare system that she introduced to me when I was a kid. And you've got to see this for this Mother's Day set. You get this home and away set, which is $120 value. And it's a special price for Mother's Day. And what I love about this is the fact that our 3-step skincare system does 3 simple things: cleanse, exfoliate, and moisturize. And that's all you need to have a healthy looking skin. And with this set, you get this wonderful pump. I gotta tell you, I just love it. It has this little pump here, and all you do is just pump that down, and then you have the perfect amount of clarifying lotion to use on your skin. It is our liquid exfoliator. We're gonna tell you all about it. And the other thing that makes this such a great set is that you also get a travel size. Now, when I used to be able to travel, and hopefully we'll all be doing that really soon, it is really great to take away with you. And you can actually keep your clarifying lotion bottle because you can refill it. I just love it pieces. So as I said, my mom took me to the Clinique counter, and the reason why she did that is she used the yellow lotion, still does today. But I had very sensitive skin as a kid. I had eczema, I got rashes, I would, particularly around my eye area. So my mom took me to Clinique because of the fact that all of our products are allergy tested and 100% fragrance free. And over this years, we have developed what we call Allergy Science. And that is 3 really important things. One is that we actually have over 50 years of allergy testing data. We couple that data that we have with the most current information available to us on skin biology and how you as a consumer might use our products. And then we do additional testing, repeat insult patch testings, and we do these tests on 1,200 individuals. And if anybody has an allergic reaction, we go back and we reformulate. So why I'm telling you this is that these are products that are safe. I know that that was really super important to me. And the fact that all of our products, every Clinique product, is free of parabens, free of phthalates, and 100% fragrance free. Our goal is and always will be for you to have happy skin. And who doesn't want happy skin and great looking skin? So that's my story. To this day, I still use 3-step. I still will not go to bed without washing my face and making sure that my skin is taken care of. And I think that was a fairly good lesson that my mother taught me. All right, so enough about me. Actually, before we move on, there's a question I'm going to ask, another poll question, because I'm curious, because our 3-step skincare system has been around for well over 50 years. I'd love to know how many of you have used our 3-step skincare system. So have you used that, yes or no? Anxious to see the answer to this question. Wow, 65% of you have tried it. I hope you still use it because, as I said, I still use it and I'm over 60 and it still works really well for me. And 35 of you haven't tried it. So I would hope that maybe we can convince you to try it, because these are 3 steps that truly create great skin, and it's super fast. That's one of the things I love about it, is that it's really quick. All right, so now I'm going to introduce one of my colleagues, my friend Susanna Lee, and Susanna's going to share some tips that she's learned from her mom. Hi, Susanna.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, my friend. You look beautiful. Thank you for joining us this evening from Montreal. All right, so tell us what you learned from your mom.
So my mom always had a skincare routine. She used a specific day cream and night cream along with a hydrating lotion and serum. I remember when I was a little girl with my mom, after her putting on her moisturizer on her skin, she had a real Jade Roller. She bought it in China in the 90s, and she would always roll her skin with this Jade Roller while we were watching TV together. She's been doing this since I was born.
Wow. I have to tell you, since you told me that story, I've been using this Jade Roller, and I want to share with everybody why you use a Jade Roller. The thing is, it really helps with circulation, and that circulation also helps to depuff the skin. But I will also say it just feels really.
Yeah, I'm so relaxed right now, Sarah. I'm gonna fall asleep.
Don't be too relaxed. I don't want you to fall asleep. But there's also, you can use it right up underneath your eyes as well, right?
Yes, we could do. Oh,
the other side. Smaller size too to do that. But I will say this, that you don't need, it won't necessarily help your moisturizer penetrate, but I think the reason why your mom put the moisturizer on first was so that the roller was easily able to roll on your skin.
Yes.
Make sense?
Exactly. Yeah. So relaxing. So relaxing.
Does she still do that?
Every single night while watching TV.
Wow. All right. So what's your routine? I know that you learned a routine because your mother has a routine, and that paid off on, transferred to you, right?
I'm also very dedicated to my skincare routine. Yeah. So my cleansing routine, I have a daytime routine is the same actually with the nighttime routine. So I'll be using the liquid facial soap for oily skin, since I do have oily skin.
Yeah.
And then I'll be using my clarifying lotion #3 to exfoliate, and also I do have oily skins, so it's going to help me to take away all the impurity. And then my last 3-step will be the Clinique ID imperfection. Since I do have a lot of imperfection and my texture of the skin is not that good and all that, it really smoothens out my skin. So this, I could say, it's a lifesaver.
It's a lifesaver, right? So when you say the imperfections, it's that sort of congestion that you can get in your skin and that bumpiness that you're feeling, right?
Yes, the bumpiness I don't like because I do have oily skin. Yeah. So it helps me with smoothing out my skin.
Right. And you said it also makes your pores look a little smaller, right?
Yeah, exactly. It will help you with your pores as well.
Okay. And I think that's important to note that is, we're wearing masks, and rightly so. We want you to wear a mask. Sometimes we can get a little bit of congestion. So that's a great product to use if you get a bit of congestion from your mask. Eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So I also know that you have a love affair with one of our products. What's your love affair that you love?
My love affair with the product is this one over here, Moisture 100-hour auto replenishing hydrator. This is a moisturizer. I put it everywhere. I put it tip of my hair. I use it as a moisturizer day and night. I use it as a 5-minute mask. I put it on my cuticles. I mix it with my foundation. I basically bathe with this moisturizer.
Then you're going to be jealous because look at the size of my moisturizer versus yours. I have
Oh my goodness, Sarah.
So what I love about this too, because I do love it as well, Susanna, is it just has this wonderful souffle-like texture and it hydrates. So it's boosting the hydration in your skin. It has hyaluronic acid. It has our special aloe vera bioferment technology, and that's a lot. It sounds like a lot, but this fermentation technology really helps take that aloe and make it absorb easily in the skin, which is really what makes it so fantastic.
I'm hydrating my hair right now. Look at that.
There you go. I love it. And I'm going to, somebody, Mano's saying she loves it on her cuticles. I'm going to put it on my cuticles right now because we can't get a manicure. I love it as well. And what I love as well, Susanna, is that you have an oilier skin. My skin is dry, and we both use this product. So this is for everybody, for every skin type, every ethnicity, every gender. Everyone can get benefits from our Moisture Surge 100-hour auto replenishing hydrator. Fantastic. I know why you love it. I love it too. So there you go.
Yeah, we have to bathe with this.
Yes, we do. We'll bathe our skin. That's right, for sure. Actually, you can just tap it right over makeup and it just helps to, you know, give your skin a little hydration too. All right, Susanna, you are also a mom to a very handsome young man that I have had the privilege to meet virtually, and that is Elias. He's a lovely 8-year-old boy, and you are a busy mom, right? And you love, and he's busy and you're a busy mom, but you do get some quiet time. So tell us what you do when you want to relax and have your quiet time.
I love my quiet time and a good mask. So my self-care product would be All About Clean Charcoal Mask. I use it 2 times a week during the nighttime to purify my skin, since I have combination to oily skin.
There you are, putting it on, because we knew it would be difficult to do on the video live, but there you are. You look so cute even with a mask on, and it really does help to draw out the impurities, right?
Yes.
Mine is, you know, although I sometimes use my Moisture Surge as a mask, I also love the Moisture Surge overnight mask, because again, my skin is drier, and there's nothing like a good mask to allow you to relax, take a little time to yourself. And this one is a little bit different than the charcoal mask in that you leave it on and you just go to sleep, and it's heaven. You wake up and your skin's like in heaven. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your tips from your mom, Susanna. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
We'll talk to you later. Awesome. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Okay. So we're going to take a question now. Oh, this is a good question, actually. It has to do with masks. And that is, do I need to wash my face with soap after I use a mask? The question is, do I need to wash my face with soap after I use my mask? Well, that's a really great question. And I can give you the advice from Clinique. We recommend at Clinique that you use your mask on a makeup-free skin. So you would actually clean your skin with your facial soap, you'd use your clarifying lotion, and then apply your mask. So your soap before, you don't need to use it after. Great question. Please continue to ask questions in the Q&A function. And also, please make sure that you put any comments that you have in the chat box, and also take advantage of us for that one-on-one consultation so that we can give you great advice. Okay, next up is my beautiful friend, Renee. Bonjour, Renee.
Bonjour, Sarah.
Comment allez-vous?
Very well. I'm so happy to talk about my mom.
Yes, I'm so excited for you to share. So share with us the advice that you have from your beautiful mother.
Yes. My mother always been a little bit ahead of her time. So what she really showed us from when I can remember is the importance of using sunscreen. And that's more than 45 years ago. She was really strict. Every time we used to go in the sun, she was saying, you need to protect your skin with sunscreen. And even to this day, when I go on vacation, she tells me, make sure you apply sunscreen. I'm so happy I did, because we know now the damages that the sun can cause. So I added it to my routine, and I'm really glad I did.
Very smart advice. And oh my gosh, she was so ahead of her time talking about the need for sunscreen 45 years ago. And I've had the pleasure of meeting your beautiful mother, and she is absolutely stunning. So good advice from her. I also know that you have a super dry skin, Renee. So unlike Susanna, who has an oilier skin, and me, who's sort of somewhere like a dry combination, you've got a very dry skin. So walk us through how you take care of your skin.
Yes, I have to be really, really careful, because I have very dry and sensitive skin. So my go-to product to cleanse my skin is the All About Clean Extra Mild cleansing soap. This is a really nice milky texture, really cushiony, and it doesn't dry my skin. It makes it feel really, really soft. So that's my cleansing, because we need to cleanse even mostly also when we have dry skin.
Sure, absolutely.
I use the famous clarifying lotion 1.0, which I love, because the dead cells needs to be taken off from the surface of the skin. And I'm going to show you what the dead cells look like with a cool tape test that I'm going to do to show you what it looks like. So here we have like a clean tape.
Yeah, it's clear.
I will apply it on my hand. So you see?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to remove it, and you're going to see all the dead skin cells that are between
wow
and a healthy skin. So that's why you need the exfoliation. So we think sometimes that dry skin don't need to exfoliate or cannot exfoliate, but we need to.
Yeah.
Because if not, any of the moisturizer, they won't be able to penetrate your skin. The skin becomes like leather. So that's important in my daily routine.
Great advice as well. And I will say what's wonderful about Clinique, and as you saw on the screen, it's not a one size fits all product, right? We use the clarifying lotions that is appropriate for our skin type. In your case, 1.0, mine is 2, Susanna's was 3. So we know that exfoliation is good for your skin, and you want to be able to do it in a way that's safe. And safe means it's right for your skin type, which is fantastic.
Exactly.
Okay, so now where do you go in terms of what's your next step in your routine, and how do you do a little self-care and get that sunscreen in there?
Yes, exactly. So my concern is dark spots and uneven skin tone.
Sure.
So my go-to product is the Even Better, the Clinical Radical Dark Spot Corrector and Interrupter. The name is as long as the efficiency of this product.
It's true.
So this product, I like the texture of it. It's so nice. It's like a velvety texture. And when I apply it, it's me time, morning and night, when I do my self-care with my skincare routine. So I do a massage. So I apply it, and then I go up, I do a nice massage, and I finish up by tingling. It feels so good, and it helps the product to penetrate as well.
And your serum goes after your clarifying lotion and before your moisturizer, right?
Yes, sorry, I forgot to mention.
Oh no, that's fine. But what I love is not only how you how you apply it to your skin, because that ritual is also part of self-care. And when you want to take a little you time, take the time to really massage something like a serum into your skin. And Even Better Clinical Radical Dark Spot Corrector and Interrupter, what makes it so unique is it's like a team of ingredients. There is and if you think like a football team where there's an offensive line and a defensive line, the offensive line is the brightening complex CL302 that actually helps to reduce the dark spots and helps even with acne scarring that can also manifest itself in hyperpigmentation on your skin. And then the defensive line is the interrupter complex, and that's chock-a-block full of antioxidants and a beautiful ingredient called Gayakuru, which is a Japanese green tea, and it helps to calm the skin. And that calming sensation allows the ingredients to help to even out the skin tone, work a little better, but also helps to prevent the discoloration from becoming visible on the surface of your skin. And since you don't want discoloration and sun is not your friend, that's a great product to use, and it's even great for a sensitive skin. So smart on you, my friend. Very smart. All right.
Yes, and Sarah, I noticed it brightens my dark spots.
Yeah.
It really gives me a nice, more even skin tone, which I love.
Well, your skin is gorgeous.
So I thank you. Thank you. So after, remember, I need to make sure I use a moisturizer, but what I use is the even better clinical moisturizer with SPF built into it, SPF 20.
Great.
So I feel so good with this moisturizer. It's a nice cream that I apply every day. So like that, my skin is protected and I make my mother proud.
That is a great thing to make your mother proud. And having the sunscreen in your moisturizer makes it super, super easy. So that moisturizer has the brightening complex in it, but also has an SPF of 20, which is going to help with, preventing any discoloration. Because quite frankly, if you're going to use a serum that's going to help with the brighten any dark spots and or acne marks, then you have to use sunscreen. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and your money. By the way, our guests who are on, please know that we're putting all of the links of some products that are of interest to you. They will all be in the chat box for you to be able to check out as well. Okay, so Renee, we wouldn't use a sunscreen at night. So what do you do for the evening when you go to bed?
At night, I use the Smart Clinical MD, the revolumized texture, and this nice, it's almost buttery. It's a texture that's really velvety. It's dense. It is filled with hyaluronic acid, and it revolumizes, as the name says. So I apply it, and it pulps my skin. It feels like it gives volumes to my skin. It gives me a youthful glow, which I love. So I really take the time to do a massage, as I said before, and it gives me a really nice, skin afterwards.
Yeah, the revolumizing of that product, it really does revolumize. And the hyaluronic acid that's in this particular product, which is a little bit different than in the Moisture Surge, is 3 different molecular weights. So it's able to go farther into the skin. So your skin is getting plump from the inside out. It's almost like it's pushing the skin out, giving you that beautiful volume, which then means that any fine lines disappear, which is what you love. You get that lovely youthful glow.
It's exactly that.
That's true. Okay. And then I know you do one last thing before you go to bed, and it's your self-care moment and ritual. And you go ahead and share what that is.
The eye area, the skin around the eye is really sensitive. So I use the smart eye treatment around my eye. It's like a serum and a cream combined. That's what I like about it. It's really nice. So I use it and massage it in between my ring finger, the soft finger of the hand, and I apply it all around. I do like a little massage. Feels so good. So it addresses all signs of aging, and I finish with the top of my lips. So and it has seaweed extract in it, which is anti-inflammatory. So it's calming for the eye area that's really delicate skin. So that's what I love about this product as well.
Well, it's working for you, my friend. I love the fact that you put it in your ring fingers. I always say these are good for diamonds and applying eye creams, because then you're not putting a lot of pressure. And the fact that you're patting, and again, you can, if you have time for a mask, fantastic. But if you want just to take a moment for yourself and take that little self-care moment, we would really strongly recommend that you take your eye cream, your serums, and just sort of sit back and make it like a ritual because it's so relaxing and it's really great for your skin as well. It helps with your circulation when you do it like that too, right?
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic. Well, my darling, your advice from your mother is working. Thank you so much for sharing your advice and your mom's advice and for coming on the session with me tonight.
Thank you, Sarah.
A bientôt.
À bientôt.
All right. So now we're going to take another question. Oh, wow. Okay. So we have a question about sunscreen. This is another good question here. The question is, do I put my sunscreen when do I put on my sunscreen, before or after I moisturize? Great question. So if you're going to use a sunscreen that is not in your moisturizer, so if you're using it separately, you always start off with your cleansing products, your treatment products, then you put on your sunscreen, and then you put on any color. So that's the order of use. So cleanse, use any treatment products like serums, any moisturizers. And if your moisturizer does not have a sunscreen, you put your sunscreen on next, and then you put on your color. So that's a really great question. Thank you so much for asking. And we would encourage you to continue to ask questions in the Q&A function. That's where we have our Clinique experts that can share with you some great advice. And of course, take us up on that one-on-one consultation that you could, so that you can get custom fit advice from a Clinique expert, and that's at no cost to you. And of course, we will give you a beautiful Clinique gift, the post-sun set that is a $45 value just for coming to the consultation. So it's a great deal, and we're thrilled to be able to offer it to you. Okay, now we have the lovely and beautiful Lauren Driscoll. Come and join me, Lauren. Hi.
Hi.
You are so gorgeous. All right, Lauren, I know that you suffered a little bit from acne when you were a kid, and you have got your mom gave you some great advice, that did some great things, did some naughty things, but tell us a little bit about your story and the advice that you got from your mom.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. I have memories of my mom holding me down, trying to extract blackheads from my nose. And I remember it would really hurt. And she would say, there's a big one, it's ready to go. And I really wish that I had then the self-heating blackhead extractor. This product has saved my skin. I absolutely love it.
Well,
and I'm going to show you.
Sure.
Oh,
Please.
sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, we don't want you to do the self-extracting like what your mom was doing, right? Because it hurt.
It did hurt, and I'm sure it did a little bit of damage. She would be sad to hear me saying that, but it's a really great product. And blackheads are those little black dots that are commonly found on your nose, sometimes on the chin as well. And this product's very easy to use. You're just going to apply a thin layer. So you're going to remove this little applicator tip, and you would put a thin layer of this on your problem area. You would then apply the applicator tip back on, add water to the paste that we've just applied, and then you would go in with this little massager applicator, which has these little bumps on it, really allowing you to lift and sweep away those blackheads. And the cool thing is when you add water and start massaging, the product starts to heat up.
Wow, and that's an important feature, right? Because as soon as it heats up, it's helping to melt the oil that is trapped in the pore that is causing the blackhead that lives in the house that Jack built, I want to say. But you know, it just helps to really, I love this product. I still get a little bit of blackheads even at 60, and it really does work super, super well. And I love this little massage. Our tip always is gentle, right? It's the action, not the pressure, that makes the product really work for your skin, right?
Yeah, and I like that with the applicator, you can really get in. Like for me, my blackheads tend to be on my nose, so the applicator allows me to get in there and really scrub out those blackheads.
Right, and get into those little nooks and crannies where those little sons of guns live, right?
Exactly.
All right, so what's your self-care ritual? When you have some time to yourself and Serge is, you know, away working, or you know, well, what could he be doing these days? Because we're in a bit of a pickle right now. But when you have some self-time, what do you do, my love?
So I'm similar to Susanna. I absolutely love our All About Clean charcoal mask. And I like to light a candle, put on my mask, watch some Netflix. And I do this a couple times a week, but it really does help clear up that excess oil and impurities on my skin.
Fantastic. Well, we saw the beautiful Susanna share with us how to use it. So that's great. It's a fantastic product. I know. So, all right. So I do know that, as I always say, your makeup and your skin is beautiful. You would never know that you have acne or any sort of blackheads, my friend. But what I admire so much is how beautifully you do makeup. So how did you learn? Where did you get your passion for makeup artistry?
Yeah, so one of the things my mom was an expert in was applying her makeup. And as a child, I remember being mesmerized watching her put on her makeup, getting ready for work. And I love that it would enhance her natural beauty. And being the little monkey that I was, I would always try to peek over her counter, dip my fingers in her powders, eyeshadows, and even steal a lipstick if I could. And this is definitely where I got my love of beauty and makeup artistry. And I really love our Light Up Her Eyes palette set. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I love the versatility of all the shades that are in this palette.
Well, wow. Beautiful. Your mom and you are gorgeous. I would love it if you could, and if you would indulge us. Lauren, would you walk us through how to use the palette? And I will be your Vanna and show everybody which products you're using. Oh, going the wrong way. There we go. Which colors you're using. So so go ahead. Would you do that for us? Show us how you're going to use the palette.
I would love to. Yes. So we're going to start by using this beautiful sort of beige color here. And this is going to act as a really nice base to help neutralize out any, I guess, like redness or discoloration on the lid, but it also just sets a really nice base for the rest of the shadow that we're going to be applying. So you can see there, and it's a really nice shade. It doesn't look too bright or light at all.
Yeah, it's a nice shade of beige. It's not too light, not too dark.
Yep, exactly.
Right. Okay.
Now we're going to go in. I love this color. It's a really nice sort of warm coppery tone, and I'm going to work that just into my crease. Really important with eyeshadow to always tap off the excess powder just to avoid getting any fallout. We're going to dip that, tap it off, and we're going to go ahead and just start working that into the crease.
Great. What I love too, Lauren, is that you have your eyes somewhat open as you're applying it. Tell us a little bit about why you do that.
Yeah, so I like to have my eye partially open just so I can really see where my natural crease is. Otherwise, you can be prone to applying shadow below the crease or a little bit too high. So definitely having it open, if you're able to, makes a big difference for sure.
And it's a great tip because you want it to go right in your natural crease, and you don't want to go too high because then it looks like it looks unnatural. And then if you go too low, it foreshortens your eye, right?
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Great.
So now that we've added a little bit of warmth to the lid, we're going to go in. I love this sort of chocolatey brown tone right in the middle here. So we're going to put a little bit of that. I have here the Clinique eyeliner brush, which I really like. I just want to show all of you. It's a really fine little brush, so you're able to get really close to the lash line. And I'm going to apply that just on my upper lash line. And we're going to start on the outer corner and then work our way in. And I like to go a bit thicker on the outer corner. And then as I go in, go thinner and really tight along the lash line to give that sort of fanned out look.
Beautiful. I'm going to also make note that you're holding the outside corner of your eye, and you're doing it very gently, sort of to steady your eye. And I love the fact that you go outside in, because that steadies the eye as well. What we don't want to do, and I see it sometimes with clients, is they want to pull their eye out to try and get a smooth line with their pencil or with their shadow, and it's not good to do around your eye area, right?
Yeah, it's so thin, that skin, that you have to be so gentle with it.
Sure.
So we're going to use that same brown shadow on the same brush, and I'm going to do a little bit just on the bottom lash line on the outer corner. And you can leave it like this if you like it to be a little bit more defined, the eye, but I'm actually going to go in back with that warm tone that we had used, this one here. And I'm going to just sort of soften that bottom line now, just to give more of a natural look. And it takes only a couple seconds, and now you can see it's really softened that bottom line.
Beautiful, really gorgeous, lovely day look. And this is a gorgeous palette. It's fantastic to travel with because you can, it's so nice and thin, and it is a limited edition. So special for Mother's Day. So, again, we keep saying this, but if you want to take us up on your one-on-one consultation, and if you want just a little bit more of a simpler palette, we are happy to make recommendations, but this is a phenomenal phenomenal value and a great set. All right, so how are you finishing off that look, my friend?
Yeah, so in this set, you're getting the full size high impact mascara. This mascara is amazing. It's going to give you volume and length, and it has a really nice deep black pigment to it. And because we're doing a daytime look, I'm just going to very softly apply this product. But what's great about it, and you'll see in a minute what I'm going to do, you can actually build this mascara up to give you more volume. So in the morning, maybe you want a little bit of a daytime look, you put a little bit on, you can build it up later on.
Stunning, absolutely gorgeous, and
Thank
great,
you, Sarah.
in terms of how you're applying it. All right, so let's talk a little bit about a day to night routine, because I do know that this is a phenomenal palette in terms of creating this lovely soft look that you have, but it also is great to take this look from day to night if you want to dress it up for a lovely evening with your husband Serge, because you can't go out anywhere right now, but I'm sure he would appreciate it. So let's talk about how you would take it from day to night.
Yeah, for sure. So I absolutely love this shade here. I just want to show all of you. It's sort of like a jade green with sort of a charcoal undertone. And I'm going to go ahead and work that back into my crease, but we're actually going to focus on the outer crease this time, whereas before I went all the way in, and we're going to almost do like a V shape. So we're going to start just on the outer corner, and then we're going to go down and do, like I said, a little V there. And really important with eyeshadow, especially when you get into deeper colors, to blend, blend, blend. Blending is your friend. Remember that?
Blend, 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 and then when you think you've blended enough, blend again. And the other thing that's important is how you're holding that brush. So show us, like, you're not choking the brush, you're not holding it up really, really close to where the actual brush head is. You're holding it back, and so that you get this lovely soft motion with your shadow. And these are super, I mean, what I love as well is some of them are more of a matte, but some have a little bit of a shimmer, but they're not shiny, they're not frosted, they are very blendable and very wearable. All right, where next?
So speaking of, illuminating and shiny, we're actually going to go in with this beautiful rose gold shade here. And I have a little bit of a deeper set eye, so I absolutely love to do a highlight shade right in the center of my lid right here. And it's going to really make the eye stand out and pop right there.
Yep, and we're going to keep those a long way. And what I love as well is it does have shimmer, but it's not garish, it's not too much, it's very subtle, but yet does the trick.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're going to jump up here to this more of a gold tone. And I'm going to apply this right underneath my brow bone. And this is really going to highlight and lift the brow and the eye area. And we're going to use the same color. This is a tip that I share with everybody, is to put a highlight shade right in the corner of your eye right here. And it's going to really open it up. You can see on the camera there, it just gives your eye a little bit more of a pop.
It really does. And show the brush. It's the brush that the palette that you're using, right?
Exactly. So in the palette, you will be getting a double-sided brush. One side is a little bit more angular, and then we have the other side, which is great as a blending brush or to use in the crease.
Right, and it's nice and fluffy. And then you also use the eye definer, the Clinique brush, which is the eye defining brush, right?
Yes, I have them all here, Sarah. I love the Clinique brushes.
You're a brushaholic, but that's okay. Good.
I am.
All
now
right.
We're going to use I love here, it's like a burgundy sort of plum color. I'm going to use that, and we're going to put a little bit of liner back on just to really amp it up now, because we've sort of blended off the eyeliner I did before. So I'm going to go ahead and really pat that on. We're going to build up the eyeliner. And I'm even going to go underneath and just make that a little bit more intense as well.
So unlike the chocolate, this one has just a bit of a burgundy hue to it. So it gives a little extra drama for the evening.
Yes, exactly. But now, like I said before, we can build up that mascara and that lash with our high impact mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a second coat of that onto my lash. And then I'm going to share with you a little tip I have to get a dramatic bottom lash. And that is to hold your brush vertically, and you're going to very gently go along those little guys on the bottom, those little lashes, to get the product on. And then you're going to go back holding the brush horizontally and brush through the product. Just like that. And we are all ready to go. I just have to do the other eye and I'm ready to party.
It's beautiful. I mean, your eye, obviously the eye that you've done for the evening look is really makes your eye pop. It's nice and big and it's just gorgeous. So thank you so much for sharing those great tips and the tips that your mom shared with you and how to get great looking skin even when you have acne. So that's fantastic. Awesome. Thank you. I just, think it's really great. I have to say that any of the products that we've used, the links are in the chat box. And as I said, this is a limited edition shadow set. It's beautiful. And if you want personalized tips, please take us up on the one-on-one consultation and we can give you tips on how to use it, as well as if for whatever reason you're not able to get this particular palette, we'd be happy to give you advice on what eyeshadow products would be great for you. So thank you so much, my friend Lauren. We'll see you later. Thank you. All right, so I will also say this about makeup is that we wear it because it makes us feel good. So another way that you can have a self-help, self-care moment, if you will, knowing that you're seeing people on video and we're trying to, connect with people via video, put a little lipstick on, put a little bit of eyeshadow on. It will make you feel good. It will brighten your day. It'll brighten your mood. My mom always said to me, if you want to, brighten your look, put a little lippy on. So, think about makeup as being a bit of a self-care moment as well. Okay, so we're almost out of time. However, we have one last guest, somebody that I feel is a special guest. And since we're talking about mothers and daughters, we thought it would be fun to invite my beautiful daughter to join us. Hi, Olivia.
Hi.
This is my beautiful daughter, Olivia. She's 27. She lives in Toronto. And so this is the only way I get to see her these days. So, all right. So my love, we're talking about tips that we've learned from our mothers, and your mother is here, so be kind.
Well, you worked for Clinique since before I was born, so I definitely picked up some things along the way. You and Auntie Anne love to tell the story about when we were waiting for our food in a restaurant when I was around the age of 3 or 4, and I'd sneak into your makeup bag and pull out a lipstick, and I applied it expertly.
Yeah, I remember that. Look at how cute you were. You're still cute now, but I remember that. We were gobsmacked at how well you could put on that lipstick, right?
Yeah. You're definitely a stickler for your skincare routine as well. And all my friends could attest to the fact that now I am too. You've taught me the benefit of exfoliating at such a young age that now I always use my Clinique Acne Solutions Clarifying Lotion. I also have acne prone skin, so I actually use the whole Acne Solutions line and I find it works amazing. I'm also like Lauren, where I really like the Acne Solutions Clinical Clearing Gel. It really helps. I have like bottles of it absolutely everywhere, in every purse, every bag. It's a quick little zit zapper. If any blemish is coming up, it just really helps to diminish it right away.
Yeah, you know what, kiddo? I use that one too. If I get a breakout, I want to zap it really quickly. So I know that you absolutely love it. Okay, so are you going to tell everybody, you're going to out me with my nickname that the family has for me, sweetie?
Yes, the sunscreen police. You have drilled in my brain since I was young, for all my life, how important sunscreen is. So I do always try to do my best and apply it every morning. And when I do, I use the Super Defense Moisturizer, which has an SPF of 25. It's a quick and easy cream to just throw on and then head out for the day.
Yeah, and that one, what's great about it too is that it simplifies your life, which is kind of why I try to do, introduce you to products that simplify your life, because you're not a high maintenance girl. But also that one comes in 2 different formulas. So you have a more oily prone skin, so that's the one that you use, but there's also one for a drier skin as well. Okay, not a big makeup wearer, right? But you do have some faves when it comes to makeup. So walk us through those, love.
Yes, as you mentioned, I'm not the biggest makeup wearer, but I do love a big full lash look. So when I apply my mascara beforehand, I use the Clinique Lash Primer.
Yep.
I find it really helps to give like a full lash. And then I also use the Bottom Lash Mascara, which is smudge proof. And I used to work in the restaurant industry in a busy restaurant running around, and I've put this mascara to the test. You do not end up with raccoon eyes at the end of the day. It is gold.
Right. And you also use the high impact mascara too, eh, babe?
Correct. Yes. After I apply the primer.
Yeah. So because you don't, so the Bottom Lash Mascara, what makes it so great, and you probably remember this, you have to take it off with warm water. That's why you don't get the raccoon eyes. And I love that one too, because it gets every little lash, but it also, you know, you have to take it off with warm water, but everything else you can take off with take the day off, which I know you use as well.
Correct.
Okay. All right. What else is in your makeup bag that's your must have?
Well, as I've mentioned, I have acne prone skin, so it means I have oily skin. And I used to get this like weird shine in the middle of the day, and it used to drive me nuts. And after your suggestion, I started using the Universal Translucent Blotting Powder.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really great because it goes on completely sheer. You can put it above your makeup and it won't affect anything. It just really removes that unnecessary like sheen throughout the day.
Right. And it doesn't build up, right? I mean, it
No,
looks like it goes on invisible, but it doesn't build up. It doesn't look cakey, right?
Yeah, it just like really mattifies the skin really nicely, gives a nice silky texture.
Yeah, which is good, which is great. Self-care? What's your go-to for self-care?
So I'm actually like Lauren and Susanna, where I do really like the All About Clean 2-in-1 mask, as I also have oily skin, so you can really feel it like purifying your skin. I honestly do it with a hair mask in and a face mask on Sundays just before going into a work week.
Right. And you love it because you can see it drawing out all of the impurities, right?
Correct. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And you're a balm girl. Talk about the balms.
I am. Well, who doesn't love a good balm? Like nice silky lips, like you can't go wrong. I really like the Moisture Surge one. As you can tell, I am like almost done. I also carry this in like every pocket of my coats. Yes, please take that.
That's my daughter's trick for saying, I need another one, Mom.
Thanks.
Okay, yeah, I know you wear that all the time. Thank you, sweetheart. I know you're not like your mother, and you're not normally the center of attention. So I thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to share your tips and to share with us your Mother's Day, what your mother has taught you.
Taught me a lot. Thank you so much.
And what's fun is that it's kind of generational, right? Your grandmother taught me, and now I've taught you. So that's kind of a pay it forward kind of thing, right?
Definitely, but you definitely weren't as strict with makeup.
Oh, no, I was not. Your grandmother was crazy town with that. All right, so thank you so much. Well, friends, it looks like we are almost wrapping up right now. Thank you to all of my colleagues and special guests that joined me during our time frame. It was really a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Susanna, Renee, Lauren, and my beautiful Olivia. I can't tell you how much fun it was to talk with you and share our stories. We hope you enjoyed them. Thank you so much to RBC and the Avion collection for partnering with us. It truly was a fun event for us to be able to do together. And now it's time to announce our winner. Okay, it is Dara Carato. Dara Carato. Cara, I'm going to tell you this. I am not good at pronouncing names, so I am so sorry that I'm saying it incorrectly, but congratulations to you. We will get in touch with you shortly and help you out with being able to get this beautiful $250 gift card to use on Clinique.ca. Before we wrap, let's remind you, we have the one-on-one skin consultation that's available to you with a Clinique expert. You'll get a gift from us, a $45 value. So you're going to go on the link there with the password mother to be able to book your event. As Avioners, you get an exclusive offer, that 20% cash back when you spend $75 or more on Clinique.ca. Please take advantage of it, and you need to go to log on to RBC Rewards to find the offer, load it to your credit card or your debit card. This was our second in our Clinique Skin Schools. As I said, I really, truly hope you enjoyed your time. We certainly did. And please stay tuned for our next one. In the meantime, thank you all for coming. Please stay safe and please stay well. Bye.